Welcome to Healing Your Life with Oriental Medicine with Anita Brown. It's a place where you'll hear about the alternative healing methods to improve your mind, body, and emotional well-being.
Welcome to the show today. I'm with Anita Brown of Anita Brown Acupuncture and Herbal Medicine. I'm Suzanne Lynn. And today, we just thought that it would be good to talk about the stigma of acupuncture and some of the herbal medicines and some of the Oriental treatments that you do, because I don't know, people are like, ooh, doo, 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 you know.
Exactly.
And one of the shows we did was my personal testimony on doing acupuncture for the first time after a fall and the difference it made. I had to give it a chance. I had to be open-minded to it.
Absolutely.
I think that's one of the problems. People already have in their mind the stigma that it's witchcraft.
Yes, it's and they're not referred to acupuncture too often by primary care physicians or Western medical treatment.
Should we get into why that is, or we'll save
Maybe
that for another
today.
show?
We'll save that for another show.
But you know, we don't have to say that there's traditional medicine and then there's what would you call it? I mean,
I would call what I do contemporary acupuncture.
okay.
So at TCM, it's traditional Chinese medicine, and that would incorporate the age-old traditions of acupuncture and done the way they did 3,000 years ago.
Wow.
My acupuncture is based on theories that have been incorporated into that, but are probably about 80 years old when practitioners started being known from a Western medical standpoint, and all this was brought to the U.S.
We're finally catching on after 3,000 years.
Yeah.
You know,
Fancy that. We're a little slow.
Yeah, a little bit. It was funny because as I'm on the bed and we're talking, I mean, this has been done for so many years. And you said they actually started with bones and rocks instead of needles, right? Like, oh, absolutely. I'm so glad we have these teeny baby point needles now. You know? Right,
and yeah, the needles are very fine. I'm thinner than a hair, and they say that 10 acupuncture needles can fit into one hypodermic needle. Wow. So that's very thin.
Yeah. People ask me, just as we're talking about stigma, I've shared with so many people this week about how good it's been for me. And they ask, well, does it hurt? And the truth, this is the truth. I am very low pain tolerance. And the way I describe it is if you take your finger and you go like that, that's kind of what it feels like. It just feels like a tap. It's a flick. Yeah, it's exactly it. There were a couple, like one on the side, where it's like, oh, okay, I felt that one go in. But I mean, I'm coming back and I am a baby. So trust me, use my pain tolerance as an example that it's worth it. The payoff was so much greater.
It is. We are precise in our needling. Acupuncturists, that's what we do all day. So we know how to needle correctly without causing pain. So it's pretty important needling technique. And I've been told by all of my patients that I do very well, that they don't feel most of them. And I always let them know which ones are more sensitive. And I needle myself, so I know how it feels.
That's really good to know. As we're talking about stigma, I want to talk on the other side of the break about how much education you have, because I don't know that people understand the amount of education that you've got. So we'll be right back and talk about that.
Anita Brown Acupuncture and Herbal Medicine is all about healing your mind, body, and emotional well-being with traditional Chinese medicine, or TCM. From chronic and acute pain to arthritis, IBS, digestive health, inflammation-related autoimmune conditions, insomnia, colitis, depression and neuropathy, and even infertility, TCM can treat a variety of symptoms and more. And the hundreds of herbs Anita is educated in not only treat symptoms, but boost nutrition in the body. If you're tired of being in pain and feel like you've tried everything, this is the time to call Anita Brown Acupuncture and Herbal Medicine and find out more about the healing ways of acupuncture and herbal medicine. Easy telehealth options are even available. Call Anita today at 352-231-2000.
Welcome back to the show. I'm Suzanne Lynn with Anita Brown of Anita Brown Acupuncture and Herbal Medicine. And today we're talking about stigma about acupuncture and Chinese medicine. And I think one of the stigmas is you go to trade school. I don't know. Like I went to travel agency trade school. Yeah,
I spent a weekend with my needles and some few friends.
I came home with a certificate, But that is so far from the case. And when you told me how much education you have, I was blown away. Can you talk about how much education?
The education required to become an acupuncturist is about 5 years in total, meaning you need to have a 2-year degree with an emphasis in a pre-med prior to going to acupuncture school. Acupuncture college is 3.5 to 4 years, depending on how they rearrange their modules. But the modules aren't like college modules. We are in class from 9 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon every day of the week. So it's a full-time job, and then we do clinicals on top of that.
Wow. Didn't you say that you have enough to actually be a doctor, right?
With my background, I've had some other things along the way because I do have a degree in phys ed and exercise science as well.
Wow.
And alternative medicine.
Mm-hmm.
So it all comes into play. So I have a broad-based background of how the human body functions. I do more pain treatments because I'm very well aware how all the muscles are attached and what pain syndromes are out there and how they heal themselves or require extra help.
Okay, so the other stigma that I'm thinking about is that kind of like a chiropractor, and no offense to chiropractors, I understand if they have to put you on a plan and everything, but okay, you go to an acupuncturist and they're going to put you on a 13-week plan right off the bat. And that's not my experience with you.
No, it's not. When a person is in pain, they're going to tell me when they're feeling better. So I always tell them, let me know how treatments are going and take notes on how you feel throughout the treatment process. I usually limit people to 6 treatments. If I don't see major improvements within 6 treatments, I'm doing something wrong and they need to go somewhere else.
Okay, that's unbelievable. I have never heard anybody say that.
Yes.
Because you're seeing results so often that if you don't, something is wrong.
Yeah, something is wrong, and the mode of treatment is not correct. There's something else underlying there. But with that said, I treat the root of the problem.
Sure.
So not only are we treating pain, which is acute mostly, but we're treating the root of the problem. What caused the pain? Where are these people deficient or have excess? What are they doing that can be a curtail to help them improve their health status?
Wow. Can we just end this show on a success story?
Sure.
Why don't you tell me one?
A success story.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, I don't know which one I will pick.
I know. You've told me several of them before.
I think it will be, I had a young individual with debilitating anxiety and stomach issues. I think they both went hand in hand. She came in for one treatment. She would bug out at work if she got rattled. She couldn't continue. She would have to go home. She'd get a chronic stomach ache and just trouble sleeping. And so she came in for one treatment, and it changed her life. So I see her only once a month for just some maintenance. And I think it was because she was so young and maybe open to the treatment.
Sure.
But she had amazing improvement. So anxiety had gone to virtually zero, and no stomach issues, able to eat, able to digest.
Handling her anxiety better.
Her anxiety better. So I think that was profound.
So it's interesting because we've talked a lot about how one part of your body might hurt, but that's not actually what's injured. Now we're moving into the mind and how the mind is affecting and causing pain.
Correct.
So I want to encourage you, look, be open to the idea of acupuncture, herbal medicine. What a great direction to take instead of jumping to pills and, heaven forbid, surgery. Really, you really haven't tried everything unless you've tried this.
Correct.
So.
Yes.
Well, thank you for joining us today. We'll be back. We're going to have lots of shows sharing about acupuncture, herbal medicine, and the things that we feel like you might want to know. But you can visit Anita Brown in Tavares, and the website is?
It's AnitaBrownAcupuncture.com, and my contact information is AnitaBrownAcupuncture@gmail.com. with a phone number 352-231-2000.
Awesome. Thanks, Anita.
Thank
Have
you,
a good
Suzanne.
one. Okay.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Healing Your Life with Oriental Medicine with Anita Brown. Please feel free to call her with questions that you may have at 352-231-2000 or visit her website at www.anitabrown.acupuncture.com. We're thrilled to be able to share stories and insight as to how alternative Chinese medicine may help improve your life and decrease chronic physical and emotional pain. And please be sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss a single episode. Individual results may vary, and our advice is not a substitute for medical advice from a physician. Please consult a physician before making any changes or adding to what has already been put in place for you.